Hi guys, welcome back to my home. We're back in the kitchen today because this is where I have my morning coffee and it's morning. So last week we met the Fool and started his journey. And today we are going to continue on his journey and learn what lessons the Magician and the High Priestess have to offer him. So with the Magician, the Fool learns to focus his creative energy to use tools and instruments to manifest his desires. The tools he is learning are going to be the 4 suits of the tarot. So cups, wands, swords, and pentacles. The Magician is the master over all of these objects. This is the Magician in my deck, the Line Strider's Tarot. It's a little monkey. He has his staff or his wand, the symbol of infinity over top of him. He has a pentacle. A lot of the times in a traditional like Rider-Waite deck, he will be holding all of those objects. He will have like a pentacle, a wand, a sword, and a cup with him, showing that he is the master of those tools. So some keywords for the Magician would be concentration, focus, goal attainment, learning, study, and communication. I don't know if we'll ever get into that, but most of the tarot cards do have a corresponding planet, and the planet that would be corresponding with the Magician would be Mercury, which is the planet of communication, which we'll go over later this week, early next week, in our other astrology video. Anyway, moving forward. So the Magician often appears when you need to channel the powers of the universe towards your goal. He's a good omen for when you begin a project involving creativity or when you need to make a transformation of any kind. When you pull the Magician, you might be approaching a period of your life when things just kind of seem to fall into place, and he urges you, he ensures you that you are able to master new situations, take positive action, and focus attention to realize your potential. He does urge you to observe, experiment, remain adaptable, refine your skills, and learn how to manipulate the world around you. So when the Fool meets the Magician, that is what he is learning. He's learning to use the tools around him to focus his creative energy to move forward and just be more successful, like going towards what he's trying to obtain. But there's something missing from the logic and the objectivity that the Magician has to offer. So with the High Priestess, the Fool encounters the hidden and intuitive aspects of the universe. So this is the High Priestess in my deck. I love this card. This was the card on the cover of the book and like the ad for like this deck, and I really loved this card. I think she's so pretty. The High Priestess and the Magician are complementary, just like the sun and the moon. The Magician would be the virile sun, and the High Priestess is the virgin daughter of the tarot. That is what their archetypes. A lot of the times, people cards will pop up and represent actual people in your deck or in your life when you're reading. So that is the archetypes that encompasses the Magician and the High Priestess. The sun and the daughter. So some of the keywords for the High Priestess would be spiritual enlightenment, the subconscious, occult wisdom, love without sex, intuition, magic, and dreams. She's everything that's hidden. If the Magician is everything physical and in front of you, she is everything mental and inner and within yourself. The High Priestess appears when you should look towards your dreams and intuition for guidance, and she urges you to listen and trust your inner voice. When you pull the High Priestess, it's usually a time to reflect and meditate, pray, or contact your inner self and trust your inner feelings. So the two of these are balanced between logic with the Magician and intuition with the High Priestess. They teach the Fool to use those physical tools, but also to listen to his inner voice to help guide himself through the universe and towards enlightenment, because that's what the whole Fool's journey is. It's his journey to enlightenment and learning all of these lessons. A lot of times when I pull the Magician, it is at the start of some kind of endeavor where I have to think through things or use tools around me, and I really love getting the Magician in a spread, just because I know that I have all the tools in front of me to be successful at whatever I'm trying to work towards. So I really enjoy seeing him. The High Priestess, I really love getting her, just because I do a lot of just like inner workings, and I love to study. Magic is definitely part of like my craft, and it always makes me giggle when it says love without sex, because it is like, it's the Virgin Daughter card, so it's all that care and like emotions, but there's no sex involved. I don't know how else to explain that. I just always think that's fun. But she is all kinds of like inner workings. Like she would be really connected to the moon, just kind of everything inward. In my astrology video, we talked about how the moon is all of your innermost self, and that is like what the High Priestess is representing with tarot. Next week, I know that we're at least going to go over the Empress and the Emperor, but we might move on a little further as well, just kind of speed things up. I didn't know how many cards I wanted to go over in a video, and I didn't know how long it would take to make a video about the cards individually, so we'll probably go over a few more next week as well. But yeah, so thanks for coming. We're learning more lessons next week, but until then,